And we are back on Valholla NOW Radio. Here's some new music news from this week. I hope you're enjoying the music video selection from this week. I think I picked some great videos for y'all. But so let's get into some music news. Over half of TikTok's biggest global tracks of the summer are independently distributed. It was reported this week by Music Business Worldwide that more than half, at least 60% of the top 10 songs globally on the social media giant TikTok this summer were independently distributed. That should tell you a lot. Now, my thoughts on this is that it's kind of funny because we've been seeing a shift where independent labels have been kind of eating away at the market share of the major labels, as you can see why they want to get into the label services and distribution businesses. So it's kind of funny, and I want to see how far this can go before, you know, they kind of really do more to kind of slow this growth from indies. Some other news this week was a court cleared Michael Jackson's estate to proceed with catalog sale to Sony, valued at $1.5 billion. So I actually reported this particularly happening, but I was kind of off by 300 million. Sorry. I was off by 300 million. And one thing I didn't know, and I don't think it was reported before, but Kathrine Jackson didn't want the sale to happen. She argued that the sale of the estate's single most valuable asset violated her son's wishes. I didn't ever hear about this, and it's not like the estate sold the entire catalog, so it's kind of crazy. I think that them owning half is going to help elevate the actual catalog itself, and them doing itself is going to be a lot more difficult, especially they have a movie coming out, they have a bunch of different things coming out. So it's like, I think the money and the influx of cash is going to help elevate the estate. But you tell me what you think. You tell me what you think about that. Before we get back to the videos though, there's a question that I got asked that I wanted to answer. So the question is, will the concept of A&R ever come back? Not just in hip hop, but in music period. And is it really needed? This is a great question because I think there's a misconception that A&Rs no longer exist in this particular music climate. And that's actually not true, because there's a lot of A&Rs that I actually personally know that are in majors, that are in indies, that really are the lifeblood of getting artists the best music and kind of crafting and helping artists craft these projects that they put out. So A&Rs never really went away, but I think there's less A&Rs that care about the music. So that's one thing that I think changed. I think back in the day, I think there was a lot more A&Rs that cared about putting the best product out. And now there's a lot of labels that are hiring data miners who are just kind of looking at the data. But the ones that are picking records, there's a lot of great A&Rs out there that are picking records and helping artists craft projects, and they're great. So that's a great question, and I think again, like I said, A&Rs are still here. They're not going anywhere, and yeah. So that's definitely my take on it. But I hope I answered that question. I want to get more questions. So if you have a question you want me to answer on the show, feel free to just send it over. I'll answer it. I love the questions, so just keep them coming. Thanks for continuing and watching. And as far as on that, and let's get back into the videos.